Oh my God, you see, they just bombed Iran. You were right the whole time. She showed me other things. When the star of Regulus is red on the horizon in front of the gaze of the Sphinx before daylight, that moment would mark a change in humanity's knowledge. They took that celestial event and ran it through these machines that showed that exact alignment will happen in 2026 at Easter.
What will happen?
When the suffering of man becomes too great, they're going to stop it. They're going to snuff out the dark. They actually sent a guy from a Harvard-trained psychiatrist that does hypnosis, and he hypnotized me. So eventually, I began to remember some of what happened, not all. But what I can tell you, the 4 hours while I was gone was a virtual tour. And I saw North America from way up high. I saw the whole United States. And then I was taken to Egypt. And I saw the pyramids. And this Hathor's temple. I saw that following year after all this. This was in 2013 is when I really got that message from her. Because that's when I was asked by the Pentagon, by 2 Air Force generals, to put it in writing what she told me. And I did. So he come and got it and hand delivered it to these generals. And she told me that, she said that when the star of Regulus, she called it a red star. When you look at it, it looks blue. But she said when Regulus is red on the horizon in front of the gaze of the Sphinx before daylight. So in other words, when it's sitting right on top of the horizon before the sun comes up, that moment would mark a change in humanity's knowledge. And she showed me other things. War, us bombing Iran, us bombing Syria. And in them days, none of that had happened. So I put all that on this piece of paper. And now I've had so many write me back, oh my God, you see, they just bombed Iran, or Iran just bombed us. You know, you were right the whole time. And I did that in 2012. And so what they did was I gave them the date of 2026 because they took that celestial event and ran it through these machines that showed that exact alignment will happen in 2026 at Easter. They started remote viewing this date. Government did. And now you hear it all over TV. 2026, that's the big date. 2027, that year. Something's going to happen. Armageddon, you hear it all over, you hear it on TV. She told me that when the suffering of man becomes too great, that they're going to stop it and they're going to snuff out the darkness. That's why the military and the government all want to know about this, because they know it's real. They know this lady has been seen 1,000,000 times. And when she comes, she's always warning of some big catastrophe. In the Native American world, they call her the White Buffalo Calf Lady. And she would come warning about some tribe coming to kill everybody or some big event. And it's in every culture that way.
White Buffalo Calf Woman. She appeared first to 2 warriors who were hunting out in the plain. She then left the good-hearted warrior with a message to return to his people and for them to prepare for her arrival. She also said that there would be a time coming when she would return to us, when we would need her again, and that her appearance would be signaled by the birth of white buffalo. The first white buffalo that I have ever heard of being born was in 1935. And then in 1990, Miracle, the first white buffalo calf of our generation, was born.
I think we're living in the worst possible times right now, that if we don't make some changes, there's going to be some major disasters about to happen. And it's man-made. It's not solar flare. It's not any of that. It's a dark force. Because she told me, well, I'll tell you what she told me. This is what I put in writing, part of it. She said, there are people in power. I put this in writing in 2012. She said, there are people in power. And I'm not going to say where she focus my thoughts on that. But they're script in the book of Revelation to bring about Armageddon and the end of the world. They're doing it intentionally, and that's what she told me. And that's the very thing the main need of the whole message I sent to these generals.
Yeah.